So.
How's it going, Good Vibe Tribe? It's Alyse here, and I'm here with my friend Amanda Bucci, which I'm so excited about.
I'm so excited to talk to you guys. Nice to meet everyone.
I feel like this has been a long time coming.
I know. I feel like I started following you on, oh my god, I think it was YouTube, and I found one of your videos. No, you commented on my YouTube channel, and I was like, she's so cute. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I commented on one of your money-related videos.
Yeah.
I think, and I was like, wow, like I'm so glad that you shared all of that.
Yeah, and I started talking about that after I joined Lewis's mastermind this year, which is the group entrepreneur program that we're in now.
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah, so we've known each other on social media for a while, but we just met the other day in person, so it's been really sweet to spend time with Amanda, and I want her to share her story with you because it's really, really inspiring, and you guys have been asking for like business related videos, like how to start your own business, for a while, and I'm finally sharing it with you, and I want Amanda to share it with you too because she's a girl boss.
Aw, thank you. Yeah, no, so when it comes to business related content, that's like my thing now. I absolutely love talking about how to grow businesses because I think it creates so much freedom in our lives that a lot of us feel like we don't have when we're stuck to a job that we don't like, or a situation or environment that isn't serving us and isn't raising our vibration and frequency. And I think starting your own business has all of the challenges in the world, but because it's yours, it feels so much more free than something really restrictive. So when I first got started doing what I'm doing now, I got started on Instagram. So Instagram was my platform. That was the first place that I was. So naturally, I did a lot of things right by accident, but naturally, I niched down and focused on one platform if I were to reverse engineer what this whole situation was. And that's what I tell people to do now, but that's not something I was intentionally doing before because I was actually in nursing school. So I'm from Rhode Island, and I grew up in Rhode Island my whole entire life until I was 21. Junior in college and nursing school. Comfort Zone was my middle name, like Amanda Comfort Zone Bucci. If you literally, like, I did not apply to colleges outside of the state because I was terrified. Dang. Yeah, no, I was just like, nope, not happening. A friend of mine who was like a really spontaneous, fun friend, and I'm the Comfort Zone friend, she was like, come live in LA with me for the summer, and I was like, nope. Definitely not, like absolutely not happening. I didn't have money, broke college kid probs, didn't have a job, and no future casting for actually having a job out there. But she was like, no, let's apply to random restaurants. We both had waitressing experience. We emailed like 6 or 7 restaurants in the Venice, LA area, which is actually where I live now. I've been here for 4 years now. And we had the random owner of the Venice Ale House in Venice contact us, and he had like an interview with us. He was like, yeah, come down whenever, like we'll totally hire you. And we were like, okay. It was so funny. So we found like a little tiny apartment, gave pretty much everything I had in my bank account for my first month's rent out here in LA, and I had $30, and then I did a couple waitressing shifts so I can get some more money to pay for the cross-country drive, the gas, and the hotels. Yes. 3-day drive, we did 15 hours each day. We got there the 3rd day, we did our interview, got the job, and then I waitressed every single day. All I had was a bike. I went to Gold's Gym Venice, did my workouts and everything, and I didn't come here for opportunity or entrepreneurship or anything like that, but what opened up my eyes from my comfort zone, I was really complacent. Nothing was bad, but nothing was extraordinary. It really showed me what extraordinary could look like and that I could have that for myself. And it opened just my eyes up to opportunity. People live here for opportunity, so you don't have to move here to have that. It's awesome because we have social media, people living all around the world saying, hey, there's opportunity, rather than this secluded place that I lived in Rhode Island where I didn't really know anything about entrepreneurship or opportunity. So
coming here really opened your mind to other options.
Yeah.
And what did you first get started with? You said Instagram.
Yeah, so I was doing fitness. I loved exercising. I actually did sports in high school, but I was not good at them. I played the bench. My mom got me a personal trainer. I loved fitness, and I had a friend that did a bikini competition, and I thought that that was my next best step because I was like, cool, I love this already. That sounds like an awesome way to make it better, like enhance my fitness journey or whatever. And I started sharing online. Super terrified. A lot of you guys might be considering doing something like this where you're gonna be putting yourself out there for the first time. I was literally so terrified that I made a new Instagram account from my personal one that I had.
You kept it a secret,
I kept it a secret. And for like a month I posted on there, but I followed a few other people who were doing what I wanted to do, and I was like, this is okay. It gave me a permission slip to say, there are other people like out you can do this too. And I was like, cool, like I feel good. And I remember I posted, you could even like I'll send you a screenshot. On my personal Instagram, because people in college were kind of making fun of me, and I posted a meme of Leonardo DiCaprio from The Great Gatsby. And you know how he does this thing where he has his glass and he's like, cheers. And the meme said, don't worry, haters, there's more to come. Because I was like so terrified of what judgment and criticism from my friends. I put myself out there and Instagram just kept growing. I was really consistent. I had a really clear message. Again, this is not intentional in the beginning, but if I were to think back.
We're so focused and passionate.
It
was natural.
And like the other thing that I did was I connected with everybody that wanted to connect with me. So until I had 70,000 followers on Instagram, I commented and messaged back everyone. And that probably was a good strategy back then. I didn't have much of a life as outside of what I was doing. Like I was a nursing student and I waitress and stuff like that, but I was so committed to connecting with people because that's what made me realize my impact. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, people are sending me messages saying that the captions that I post are impacting them. Like, holy crap. So I moved to LA officially after my senior year of college. I was like, I'm done here. Still thought I was gonna be a nurse. I started my YouTube channel. I got my first sponsorship for a supplement company that I work with now. I still work with them. And things just like took off from there. I got entered into the bodybuilding.com spokesmodel search. I started like growing a lot on my channel, and I'm over here twiddling my thumbs, potentially figuring out whether or not I'm gonna like pass this nursing exam and get a nursing job still. It was still in my mind that I was gonna be a nurse, not like an entrepreneur or a YouTuber or whatever. I had no clue what that even was. But I was fitness coaching. So people were asking me about fitness and they were like, can you coach me? And I was like, okay. So that was like my business. You know, like fake, whatever. It wasn't fake, it was real, but I didn't consider it that. And then I also had sponsorships. And from June until December of the first year out of college, I made the same salary I would have made as a year as a nurse, my first year. And I was like, if I can do this without even like really trying, I'm just connecting with people online. What can I do if I put my full force into it? September came around of that year and I did not pass the nursing exam. I am really good at test taking. My heart just wasn't in it anymore. I was so excited about everything that I was doing because it was so fulfilling and free. And after I didn't pass it, I had to make the decision. I read this book called The One Thing by Gary Keller. I don't know if you've read it, but it's all about focusing on the one thing that you need to do. And for me, that one thing was what I was doing. My mom was like, not happy with it. She was like, you should finish what you started. Like, you just graduated. At least take the exam again so you can have it under your belt. And I was like, I can't. Like, it was heart-wrenching.
That was the same, like, I can't feeling when I dropped out of school.
You're like, I literally can't anymore. It was a strong feeling, and if you have it too, you probably know, like, not much longer you can go on like that. Because once you realize what your real passion is and what, you know, like your gifts on this earth are and how you can serve them in the best way.
Doing anything
that's your
other
truth.
than that, just creates a lot of tension.
Internal tension.
But to honor it makes you feel really empowered.
So I honored it.
And creates like a positive ripple effect in the world.
Oh my gosh,
like,
exactly.
Not just in a personal way, like, oh, this feels really good, but like, now where you are is changing so many lives.
So after that, I like went all in, 5-6 YouTube videos a week, not a day. A day. And then my channel went from 6,000 to 100,000 in 6 months.
Wow.
And nothing like went viral, but like I was just so consistent. Like I loved it. Same thing with Instagram, like just really consistent growth. Like a couple of viral things here and there, but not really. Just like the most consistency you've ever seen. Upload consistency, 6 a.m. every single day. Like I was just like so committed. And it was just an amazing process, an amazing journey. So I did fitness, social media, influencer fitness coaching for a really long time. And now I coach people on how to build businesses online and do what they love.
Dang.
Is that the first time you heard my story?
No, I've heard your story.
Like bits and pieces.
Bits and pieces.
I've heard bits and pieces of yours too. Which is fun.
So can you talk a little bit about what the transition was from like everything that you just shared and then like now I help people. Now I coach people on how to start a business. Like what was the transition there? It
was actually like a really long transition and it's still transitioning. I think that I've heard from a lot of mentors and people now that it's almost normal to reinvent yourself every like 3 to 4 years.
I've heard that too.
And I know a lot of people too that have been doing the same thing online for like 3 to 4 years And as important as it is to start something and focus on it and go all in on it and commit, there's also a point where if you're doing the same thing online for such a long time and people keep hearing the same message from you over and over again, number one, you get a little bit bored and your audience gets a little bit disengaged. And I think it's awesome to reinvent yourself, and I didn't feel like it was awesome. I just felt like it was my truth and I had to go through with it. And I got a ton of backlash, like ton, especially going from here's how to do workouts to here's how to make money. Money is a really it's a sensitive topic for a lot of people. It's very touchy. People feel like talking about money is private. People feel like talking about money is schemy or greedy, and there's all these money mindset things. If you have not read You Are a Badass at Making Money and you feel like money is bad, desiring money is bad,
that's like the best place to start.
It's the best place to start. Like if you have any of those thoughts, read that book and then come back to the video before you make a comment.
I shared with everyone who watches my videos that was a game changer for me. Actually, not the money You're a Badass version, but just the regular You're a Badass. And I realized that I had these views and they were directly related to what was happening in my financial life. So I created these affirmations and I literally said them every single day.
Wow.
And that was, those were the 6 months where everything shifted from like,
wow, that's amazing.
From food stamps to 6 figures, like because of those affirmations, because of that book. So
yeah, that's absolutely crazy. And it's really funny because everything that we do in business, there is a tactical, practical side, but almost all of the things that you currently have in your life and that you're creating in your life are mindset focused, right? Like once we start changing the idea of I can't have money, this is expensive, I am broke, to I am abundant, I can have whatever I want, I can create my own destiny, you start to do actions that match with that. Like your thoughts and your words have to match with what you want your results to be. In
the same way that like I love myself, your actions start to align with that as well. It's with everything.
You start going to the gym, you start eating healthier, you start sleeping better, you start taking care of yourself. Self-care becomes a priority for you. Same thing with money. Making money and having a positive money mindset becomes a priority for you when you actually start speaking to it in a nice way.
So you did that. And you wanted to share that with others. Yeah,
it was crazy. So I actually joined Lewis's mastermind, and I went from just fitness coaching influencer to building my own programs. So I knew in my heart. There was also something that we learned this weekend where after you become an expert at something and then people start asking you about things outside of your perceived expertise, that means you've broken through a wall and you can pivot. Right? So if you haven't broken through this wall yet, it means that you still have to tell people that you're an expert until they're like, oh, I know that you do fitness, but can you help me with my business? And that's what was happening over and over and over and over. And I was like, I gotta create something here. And I'm sure that's happening to you. So I created a program, and I created 2 different programs for fitness coaches. One of them was how to do fitness coaching, it's certification. One of them is a business mentorship program with me, like really high touch, really high ticket. And it was like, honestly, like people got so upset that I put these things out there because they were higher priced, and people in my bubble on fitness YouTube are used to paying like $200 a month or like a $30 ebook, and those were the things that they knew. And I took things from outside of the industry, and it was like really eye-opening, but it was the best thing that I've ever done.
All people got upset. No, it's just like we see the upset comments, and
for sure
we magnify those.
So we magnify them for sure.
But like, and so many people are so stoked because there were so many people who were asking for it, and you shared that with them.
And I actually got 1,000 applications on the first day for that program because I was like, there's interest here. Like people are interested in something like this for me. So it was really, really cool. So I put myself out there in the face of criticism and judgment. People who evolved with me or wanted to go in that path. Someone said something like, Madonna's old albums only some people connect with, and her new stuff some people just don't like and they're mad. But there's still gonna be people that like both. So it's all good, just own your truth. Yeah, it's been awesome so far.
So what are your steps? So we just finished another mastermind, the first one that I was a part of, which I joined basically because I was kind of tuning into what Amanda was doing and saw her stepping into her truth and aligning with that and how that brought her success. And yeah, it got me so excited. So I joined the mastermind. We went through it together. What are some of the things that you're gonna take away from that and start implementing for this next year?
Yeah, so I think a couple of things are, number one, keeping the focus. So something that we learned is that saying yes a lot will get you successful, and saying no will keep you successful, which is really, really true. So when you're in the beginning stages of building your business, you have to say yes to a lot of things, to try them, to build confidence, to take action, taking clients that you don't necessarily like love, maybe just to get some momentum in your business, doing some sponsorship videos and stuff like that that maybe you aren't 100% connected to, but you gotta like build some momentum for yourself over here. But at a certain point in your business as well, you actually have to keep focused and don't let low-hanging fruit and distractions distract you from, you know, doubling down on what you're really good at.
Yeah.
So something for me actually is doubling down on, number one, just like connecting with people again. So a lot of the time you can have all these different things in your business, whether it's like coaching your clients or building your team or managing your team or building your marketing funnel or like all of these like crazy things.
When we like start focusing on all of those things, which sometimes we need to do when we're at a certain point, we kind of lose that ability to really deeply connect. So I totally know what you're saying with just like getting back to that space, like clearing away some of the other things, delegating, automating, having team members help out with those things, and just focusing on your strength.
Right, yeah, so there's that, but also balancing the connection piece with also creating just more valuable content so I can spend a lot of my time on the actual business stuff to make sure that the business is running at the end of the day too. So there's all these like crazy pivots and stuff that you can make, and maybe we can do like another part 2 video one day about all of that.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. It's been really sweet to rehear your story, and I hope that you have enjoyed hearing Amanda's story, and I hope you're inspired by it and maybe empowered to take action and to dive in. And I think if we can leave you with anything, it's what you said earlier about not being 50-50 in multiple different things, but really going all in on what you just feel compelled to do. Listen to your intuition and honor that, and it's going to bring you so much fulfillment, and that's going to create a ripple effect to others around you.
I love that. Thank you so much for having me on. And if you guys have any business questions, go ahead to my channel too. I have a bunch of stuff on there.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll link everything down below, her Instagram, YouTube, all the things.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much.
Bye.